The American Revolution was a clash of ideologies, a fight for freedom against an imposing empire. It was a time when the very essence of liberty and self-determination was at stake, and the outcome was far from certain. At the heart of this monumental struggle stood George Washington, a man of unwavering resolve and strategic brilliance. His presence was a beacon of hope for the colonists, a symbol of their unyielding quest for independence. Washington's leadership transcended mere military tactics. It was the bedrock upon which the hopes of a fledgling nation rested. His ability to inspire and unite his troops was unparalleled, and his vision extended beyond the battlefield. He faced a daunting task. The Continental Army, ill-equipped and inexperienced, faced the military might of Great Britain, a global superpower. The odds were heavily stacked against them, and many doubted their chances of success. Washington's genius lay in his ability to adapt, to recognize the strengths and limitations of his forces. He was a master of strategy, always thinking several steps ahead, and his keen understanding of the terrain and enemy movements was crucial. He knew that a direct confrontation with the British Army would be disastrous. Instead, he chose to fight a war of attrition, wearing down the enemy through a series of strategic retreats and surprise attacks. Instead, he embraced unconventional tactics, transforming the Continental Army into a force capable of harassing and demoralizing the enemy. His use of guerrilla warfare and hit-and-run tactics kept the British forces off balance and constantly on edge. His leadership, characterized by resilience, adaptability, and an unyielding belief in the cause of liberty, proved instrumental in securing American independence. Washington's legacy is a testament to the power of determination and the indomitable spirit of a true leader. The American Revolution pitted the 13 colonies against the might of the British Empire, a formidable adversary with a well-trained army and vast resources. The Continental Army, cobbled together from farmers, merchants, and artisans, was outmatched in almost every aspect. They lacked standardized weapons, uniforms, and often even basic supplies. Their opponents were seasoned veterans, equipped with the finest muskets, cannons, and naval power the world had to offer. Yet, Washington recognized that the colonists held a crucial advantage, a deep familiarity with the terrain, and unwavering support from the populace. The vast American wilderness, with its dense forests, treacherous swamps, and winding rivers, became a battleground where unconventional tactics could level the playing field. Washington understood that to defeat Goliath, David needed to employ cunning, agility, and an intimate knowledge of the battlefield. Central to Washington's strategy was the adoption of guerrilla warfare, a method that would redefine the rules of engagement in the Revolutionary War. This unconventional approach, a stark departure from the traditional European style of warfare, proved highly effective against the British. Unlike the rigid formations and set-piece battles of European armies, guerrilla warfare emphasized flexibility and surprise. Small, mobile units of American soldiers, often blending in with the local population, would launch surprise attacks on British supply lines, patrols, and isolated outposts. These soldiers were adept at using the terrain to their advantage, making it difficult for the British to predict their movements. These hit-and-run tactics designed to harass and demoralize the enemy played a crucial role in wearing down the British war effort. By constantly keeping the British on edge, the Continental Army was able to stretch their resources thin and create a sense of perpetual insecurity. Guerrilla warfare allowed the Continental Army to exploit the vastness of the American landscape. The dense forests, rugged mountains, and expansive countryside provided perfect cover for these elusive fighters. They could strike where the enemy least expected, melt back into the forests, and live to fight another day. This ability to disappear into the wilderness after an attack made it nearly impossible for the British to mount an effective counteroffensive. This elusive enemy frustrated British commanders, who were accustomed to engaging in open battles on defined battlefields. The guerrilla tactics forced them to rethink their strategies and adapt to a new kind of warfare. The constant threat of ambush forced the British to divert troops, spread their forces thin, and eroded their morale. The psychological toll of never knowing when or where the next attack would come from was immense, contributing significantly to the eventual American victory. Recognizing the importance of intelligence gathering, Washington established a network of spies operating within British-held territory. These individuals, often motivated by patriotism and a desire for independence, provided invaluable information on British troop movements, fortifications, and plans. One such figure was Agent 355, a woman whose true identity remains a mystery to this day. She played a vital role in uncovering British secrets, including information that proved crucial to the outcome of the Battle of Yorktown. The intelligence gathered by Washington's spy network allowed him to anticipate British movements, exploit their weaknesses, and make informed strategic decisions. This advantage proved particularly significant in the latter stages of the war, as the Continental Army transitioned from a defensive to an offensive strategy, culminating in the decisive victory at Yorktown. Section 5. Mastering the Art of Retreat. Contrary to popular perception, Washington's military genius lay not only in his victories, but also in his ability to recognize when retreat was necessary. His strategic mind was always focused on the bigger picture, understanding that sometimes, the best way to win was to avoid a battle altogether. He understood that preserving his army, even in the face of defeat, was paramount to the ultimate goal of securing independence. Washington's foresight and patience were key elements in his leadership, allowing him to make decisions that would benefit the cause in the long run. One such instance was the retreat across New Jersey in the winter of 1776. This retreat was not a sign of weakness, but a calculated move to save his forces for future engagements. Following a series of defeats, Washington's army, dwindled and demoralized, found themselves pursued by a larger British force. The situation was dire, and the morale of the troops was at an all-time low. Rather than risking annihilation, Washington skillfully maneuvered his troops across the Delaware River, evading capture and preserving his army to fight another day. This daring move not only saved his men, but also set the stage for future victories. This strategic retreat, while seemingly a setback, demonstrated Washington's understanding of the long game. He knew that the war for independence was a marathon, not a sprint, and that every decision had to be made with the end goal in mind. He knew that the war would not be won or lost in a single battle. Washington's ability to see beyond the immediate challenges and focus on the ultimate objective was a testament to his leadership and strategic acumen. Section 6. Triumph at Trenton, a strategic masterpiece. Following the demoralizing retreat across New Jersey, Washington recognized the need for a decisive victory to bolster the spirits of his troops and the fledgling nation. His opportunity came on Christmas night, 1776, when he launched a daring surprise attack on the Hessian encampment at Trenton. The Hessians, German mercenaries hired by the British, were caught completely off guard. The Battle of Trenton, a resounding victory for the Continental Army, proved a turning point in the war. It reinvigorated the American cause, proving that the British were not invincible. This victory, achieved through meticulous planning, secrecy, and the element of surprise, showcased Washington's ability to exploit enemy weaknesses and turn the tide of battle. Section 7. Yorktown, a decisive victory. The culmination of Washington's strategic brilliance came at the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. This decisive engagement, a combined Franco-American operation, marked the end of major fighting in the American Revolution. Washington, recognizing the opportunity to trap the British Army under General Cornwallis, coordinated a siege of Yorktown, Virginia. The French Navy, under the command of Admiral de Grasse, played a pivotal role, blocking British reinforcements and escape by sea. Trapped and outnumbered, Cornwallis surrendered to Washington on October 19, 1781. This victory, a testament to the strategic alliance between the United States and France, effectively secured American independence. The Battle of Yorktown showcased Washington's ability to think strategically, coordinate with allies, and bring about the final defeat of a formidable enemy. Section 8. The enduring legacy of a leader. George Washington's impact on the American Revolution extended far beyond the battlefield. His leadership, characterized by integrity, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the cause of liberty, inspired his troops and united a nation. He faced numerous challenges throughout the war: shortages of supplies, low morale among his troops, and a powerful enemy determined to crush the rebellion. Yet he persevered, holding the Continental Army together through sheer force of will and unwavering dedication. He led by example, sharing the hardships of his troops and inspiring them to fight for a cause greater than themselves. His leadership transcended military tactics. It was the bedrock upon which the hopes of a fledgling nation rested. Section 9. A nation forged in the fires of revolution. The American Revolution, a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who fought for liberty, gave birth to a new nation founded on the ideals of self-governance and individual freedom. George Washington, the general who led the Continental Army to victory, played a pivotal role in securing this hard-won independence. His strategic brilliance, adaptability, and unwavering leadership proved instrumental in overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds. From the desperate early days of the war to the triumphant victory at Yorktown, Washington's journey embodied the spirit of the American Revolution. His legacy as the father of the United States extends beyond his military achievements. It lies in his unwavering commitment to the principles of liberty, justice, and self-determination, principles that continue to shape the nation he helped create.